Hey, what's up guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Celebrating 85 Years series Target exclusive Warbird, aka Ms. Marvel. I gotta give a big shout out to the Ruckus for gifting me this figure. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that. I really appreciate it. I missed out on the pre-orders. I did not find any at my Target locations, and there's a lot of collectors in my area, so it just wasn't gonna happen. And thank you so much again, the Ruckus. Check out his channel. Link is down in the description below. And damn, I've been wanting this thing. Anyway, on the side, you just get the Marvel Celebrating 85 Years logo. Nice artwork right over here. On the back, you get the same artwork right over there. You get the Marvel Celebrating 85 Years logo on the top. Not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your other Marvel Legends, you can do so.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's Ms. Marvel, our Warbird, out of the packaging. And yeah, man, this is a pretty cool figure. This definitely reminds me of old school Toy Biz a little bit, just seeing this much articulation on this figure again. I'll do comparisons later on with the previous Warbirds, and I do like those as well. Still, well, at least the 3-pack one. I don't know, we'll compare and talk about that later on, but this right here does look pretty sweet, and I gotta say, yeah, I'm impressed with the new tech that they're using with the faces. Anyway, let's get a closer look. So the figure does come with 2 head sculpts, and both of them look absolutely magnificent. I do like this one the most, and man, the paint detail around those eyes, the flesh tone, looks like she has a little bit of blush on there, and I love how the hair is sculpted. With this hair sculpt, or head sculpt, it's moving off to the side, and you can see the colors right here of that blonde hair. I really do like that a lot. I also really like this suit a lot. I did really enjoy Mighty Avengers, so yeah, we can update our Mighty Avengers figures with this new Carol Danvers, and damn, I just really love Frank Cho's artwork, by the way. And by the way, also, tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Hella Sick Figs, we're going to have special guest, The Ruckus, and we're going to be talking about Marvel comic figures in our Marvel Legends line that we haven't gotten yet. So this one right here is still good looking. It's just not as good as the other one, and it didn't come out as clean. You can see there's a little bit of black paint coming off the mask into that eye socket section, so that's not so clean. We have the gesture with the mouth slightly open. The hair looks good on it too, and I do like the paint detail on this hair as well. It's just not my preferred head sculpt out of the two of them, so it's not bad, but I think the other one is just better. And then looking at the rest of the body, I'm just really happy to see all this articulation over here. Now, yeah, initially it did remind me of the broken up Toy Biz figures. You know, there's a lot of parts over here, but I want that. I want the articulation, and with this particular character, the style of the suit just matches with the articulation around the butterfly joints right here, which makes me happy to see. Now you can see some of the black plastic coming through underneath. So if they're able to get this ABS section of the upper torso in a different color, that would have been better. Maybe, I don't really know, because then we may have had issues with the black paint and gold. But the arms look pretty good aside from the big old fat seam right in the middle of it right there. Subtle differences in paint color with the forearm or the bicep right there compared to the shoulder. So that's not really that clean looking. Nice pinless joints right there, which I do prefer. And then the gold looks really good and solid on this figure. When you bend her around, you can see it doesn't stop, so that's cool. Here's looking at the back. You can see the Danvers Nautilus right there, and this waist piece right here looks really good, or her little satchel, or it's a sash, my bad, yeah. But this is pretty cool. I love how this could hide that U-joint right there at the bottom, and this, I don't know, I think this works out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. Ooh, a little bit of flake of flesh tone on there. So that's not, ideal, but anyway, the boots look really good. I love how they're sculpted right here. Would have been nice if they're able to sneak in a cut through the boot so that it would rotate right there instead of underneath it, but it still works for me. Doesn't bother me too much. And I like that they got the crease in the nalgas. You know, I do appreciate that. So yeah, they're not taking anything away. We'll do some comparisons later on, but we've seen these legs before and these feet before, and we get the peg holes at the bottom of the feet. She does have fisted hands right here. She also comes with a set of open hands, which look pretty good. And she does come with 2 of these effect pieces, which are also pretty good. So not a ton of accessories, but it's everything we need for a good Carol Danvers figure. I had to bust out the Target exclusive Black Widow over here just to double check, but pretty sure aside from the knees down and the arms right here, everything else is new. And I did swap out with this head sculpt because you do get a little bit more range of movement over here than the other one, of course, because, you know, the hair's just falling straight back. But still, you can't get her looking up really at all. And the neck is attached right here with a different piece of plastic. So if you peel back too much, you may risk popping the whole neck off over there. So you can't really get her to look up too much, which is a bummer because I wish the hair was maybe just a little bit more off to the side to allow for more range of movement. It does have a ball joint with a hinge right there. You can move the neck down or the head down that much. Of course, you can turn side to side and it pivots a little bit right over there on that ball joint. You have beautiful butterfly joints right over here. The shoulders move up and above the 90-degree mark. They move all the way down, rotated full 360. Bicep swivel, pinless double jointed elbows. The wrists turn side to side and hinge up and down. Nice diaphragm cut over here, and you get good diaphragm pivoting. She crunches forward a little bit at the diaphragm and back a bunch more so. Then we get the U joint right here at the waist. So with both of those joints, without moving the hips forward, she could crunch that far down and that far back. The hips move outward. No drop down hips on this figure though. She can kick up quite a bit and back a little bit. Then you have that mid-thigh cut. You get the pinless double jointed knees, and then the ankles do move down. They do move up, and she has beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out this new Warbird figure, you can see that she is standing right a little over 6 inches tall. I was gonna say right at 6 inches, but it's a little bit taller than that. And to kick it off with some size comparisons, you can see this new Warbird figure is a bit shorter than the Toy Biz Warbird and the previously released 3-pack Warbird from Hasbro. I don't know why. I did ask the Marvel team about Danny Ketch being short. I don't know what the explanation is behind this being shorter, especially between these two right over here. Regardless, I do want to see a head swap, or we could just start with putting this head sculpt on here. Wow, that head does look too small. Oh, I don't know. The flesh tone doesn't match. It looks all right. The head ports on there perfectly, but the neck is way too long on this figure. Once you port that on there, it looks really, really weird. But yeah, I do like these new head sculpts more. This one isn't terrible, but yeah, these are definitely an upgrade. As far as the body goes, I do think this newer figure is an upgrade as well overall, especially because they didn't try hiding the nalgas. I mean, this... Okay, and you knew you were going to get this. We have a full-on nalgas comparison right over here. And yeah, they have seams on all 3. So that makes me happy to see that Hasbro wasn't scared to do that. As I was comparing the butt cheeks, I did notice that, yeah, you may get a little bit of extra plastic dangling down there on your Ms. Marvel figure. That's the real Warbird right there. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. But yeah, from the front, you don't really notice it so much. A little bit right there too. But yeah, it's just a little nub of plastic hanging from underneath here. It honestly doesn't take anything away from the figure. It's just something that I noticed I thought was funny. Then here's Warbird next to her bestie. We have Spider-Woman, and man, I am bummed out about the height. I don't like her being this much shorter, especially because I want Hasbro to reuse this body mold a whole bunch, or at least a lot of parts from this body mold for future figures. I mean, it would be dope to have this used for a future Spider-Woman if they did another one, right? But not if she's going to be shorter. I don't need the female figures to be shorter, especially the really powerful ones. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that does bug me. Damn it. Blah. And then here's Warbird next to her Mighty Avengers, and you can see that she is the shortest one. She's the leader of the team and the shortest one. We have the Model 24 Iron Man. I think this is the armor he had from those books. It looks like it to me, just, you know, first glance. Then we have Wonder Man, we have Black Widow, Wasp, Ares, and Sentry. And again, frustrating to see her next to Black Widow and a bit shorter than Black Widow. This came out not too long ago, just last year, right? Damn it, oh, the height bothers me. Then here's Warbird next to a Rogue figure. I chose the Outback Rogue because I never reviewed this and I've had it for a long time. You can see that these two are actually a little bit closer in height. Now, obviously, the tall hair is making this Rogue taller, but I feel like the eye line right here Maybe a little bit higher on the Warbird, no? I don't know. What do you guys say? Is this Warbird too short, or is she not too short? And then here's Warbird next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Yeah, I just gotta say, why didn't you call me when you're fighting a sexy Ultron robot? I gotta fight all kinds of gross-looking middle-aged dudes. You guys get to fight sexy Ultron? Why don't I ever get to fight a sexy Ultron, damn it? Why don't you guys call me? Call me next time, damn you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, I have the Phoenix review coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now this figure right here, I do like a lot. It is not a bad figure by any means. If you go back and listen, my only real complaint with it is the height of the figure, which I can't understand why they made her a little bit shorter. And I don't even mind that the figure is a little bit shorter, it's just that I don't want her being shorter than the other characters. That's where I really get bothered by it. So it's like the height just on its own, I guess not that bad, but it's once I put her up with the other figures, I'm like, oh damn, why does she feel so short? And that bugs me. So that's a downer. But aside from that, I mean, I guess having that wafting hair to the side in a way where we can tilt the head back even more so, I would have appreciated that. That would have been cool to get a little bit more range of movement looking up, especially with a flying character like this. But those are my only real two complaints, man. I really like this figure a lot. It looks badass. The articulation is pretty awesome. Yeah, I just mentioned a limitation, but it's still a very fun figure to pose around. The accessories, you don't get a lot, you know, but we don't really need a ton with this particular character. Yeah, they could go crazy with all kinds of version of blast effects, but for real, I think it's sufficient as far as the accessories go, and at the price point around $25, I gotta give this Warbird a Sun rating of...
I love it!
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. And were you able to get a hold of one? Because I wasn't able to get one. Luckily, the Ruckus had my back. Thank you again, Ruckus. Big thanks to Derek, too. He actually found one for me in the wild also, but I had already had this one. So I appreciate you guys looking out. So if you don't have a friend looking out for you, man, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,